I'm Greg.
And I'm Billy.
And we're the Fuji Guys. Today's video is our first look at our brand new T-Series cameras. This replaces our T-Series cameras of last year, and there's been some significant improvements, including it's now a full 12 times zoom. And if you can believe it, look at the size of that camera. So really, the main attraction of this camera is that for a relatively low price, a very good price in fact this year, you're getting a nice pocketable compact camera that's got a full 12 times wide angle zoom. So as Billy likes to say, it's a perfect travel camera. Anyway, so Billy's going to go through the top, bottom, sides and show you what the buttons do on this camera, and then we'll have other videos that will show you some of the top features. So Billy, why don't you take it away and give us
Absolutely,
the first
Greg. And depending on the market you're in, they do come in various colors, as you can see here. You know, from the black, white, you know, you got the silver, red, even purple. In addition to that, of course, depending on the model, they may vary in megapixels from 14 to 16, and they may vary in the screen size, you know, up to 3 inches at the maximum. So saying that, though, everything else is going to be exactly the same. The look, the style, the controls, the features and functions will be identical other than those two things, again, depending on your model. So let's take a quick look at the T-Series as a first look. In front of the camera, you have the 12 times zoom lens. It's a wide angle lens, as Greg mentioned, and it makes it a perfect travel camera where you don't want to carry your DSLR with you and you want something just pocketable. It's not going to break the bank for you. It fits in your pocket like that, and it's giving you 12 times zoom. Right beside that, you got your microphone input that records, you know, your HD video. To the top of that, you have this little LED light that actually blinks after 5 seconds when you're using the self-timer feature, and it tells you that it's ready to take the picture. It's going to think 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it snaps. Right beside that, you got your built-in flash. On one side of the camera, you have the speaker, so that when you're doing your HD video, it's going to play back audio right on this camera. On the opposite side, you got this little notch here that you attach your hand strap to, and it allows you obviously to travel without, you know, dropping the camera by accident. And of course, it is included in the box. Quickly on the bottom, you got your tripod mount, you got your USB connection to download images, and you got your battery door cover that gives you access to the lithium rechargeable battery as well as the memory card slot. And again, the camera doesn't include a memory, so you do have to buy, you know, an SD type card, whether it's an SD, SDHC, or SDXC card. Generally, an 8 GB card is recommended, and if you're planning to do a lot of HD videos, then perhaps 8 gigs or even higher. Okay, on top of the camera, you got your shutter button. Just like any other shutter button on a camera, you push halfway down to pre-focus and lock the exposure, and all the way down to take the picture. You got your toggle for zooming in, zooming out on this wide angle 12 times zoom. You got your on and off switch. You got your dedicated video button. So if you're planning to take photos and you want to do some quick videos, you can push that button and it starts recording video instantly without having to go into any menu systems. And then if you want to stop the video, you push that button again. Okay? On the back of the camera, again, you got the screen here. Depending on the model you have, it may vary in size up to 3 inches. Right beside it, your little grip for your thumb so it doesn't slide. You got your playback button, holding it down for a few seconds. When the camera's off, we'll actually turn the camera on in the playback mode so you can share images with family and friends without even having the lens come out. Okay, you got your directional pad, allows you to navigate through the Fuji menu systems, and your menu OK button to, sort of like your enter button on your keyboards to say OK to certain things. In addition, when you're in the shooting mode, it doubles up as access to self-timer, the macro mode for close-up photography, the different flash modes where you can actually suppress, force flash, or even use slow synchro flash for nighttime landscape photography. And of course, you got your little exposure compensation option that you can over and underexpose something. If you find that you're shooting in dark foliage and it's darker than what the camera wants, you can actually boost that exposure comp up to make it brighter, or vice versa if you're in the snow for that instance. In playback mode is your delete button. And of course, below that, you got your display back button that toggles between the different display screen on the LCD. So by pushing that button, you can jump from, you know, not having any information to having grid lines to having some shooting information. And I prefer having the grid lines. It helps me sort of frame my shot and kind of use that rule of thirds to get my pictures to be a little bit more artistic and a little bit better when it comes to composition. So a really fully featured, fully packed T-Series camera with a great zoom.
That's great. Well, we're going to follow up and have another video to go through some of the top features. As I mentioned, even though this is a relatively affordable camera, there's a lot of great features hidden in this menu that can make your shooting experience that much more fun and enjoyable. So check out those videos and all our videos by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to follow Billy on Twitter as well. So until the next video, I'm Greg.
And I'm Billy.
And we're the Fuji Guys.